Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode number 85 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I believe I'm going to be working with some mob spawning from the mod Draconic Evolution, but first I want to go over a couple of changes that I have made between episodes, and that involves a little bit of ore processing changes. Now, previously I installed these induction smelters up here to process gold and redstone ore. However, I've also added nickel ore to this, and that is because if we look in here and look up nickel, if we process it in an induction smelter with sand, there's a 15% chance that we get rich slag, which is great. Obviously, I really like rich slag because it's really useful to me. I use it in this building right here to process my iron ore into more iron ingots. In addition to this change, I have made one other change, and I am now processing destabilized redstone ore on this level with pulverizers, which include 4 auxiliary sieves. Now, before the destabilized redstone ore was processed down here in these pulverizers, which have 4 auxiliary reception coils. Essentially, what I'm doing there is I'm looking for the secondary output, because if we look at the destabilized redstone ore in the pulverizer, we get a 50% chance of getting cinnabar. However, if we process that in pulverizers with 4 auxiliary sieves, then we should see almost a 100% chance of getting cinnabar. So that's why we changed those up. In addition to all that, let's get an update on this excavator here, which is now, it has now run its course. It is not getting anything anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that, and just to make sure that we're not getting anything, we'll click on this, and there's nothing coming in. So that means this excavator is done for. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to tear that down at some point, and that is the plan. Now in this episode, I'm going to be working with mob spawning, and obviously I already have mob spawning in this building right here. On the first level, I have 2 mob spawners from Industrial Foregoing, I believe. Let's see if I can't find exactly what they're called. Actually, if I type in at foregoing, it will be easier. There's the mob crusher that I'm using. Right here, mob duplicator, that's what I'm using. And I'm spawning blazes, but I should be able to do that much more efficiently after this episode. And on this level, we are spawning stuff with cursed earth and killing it with yet more mob crushers. Which apparently I need to replace my item ducts here, but I'm not going to right now. It's not a big deal. So for this episode, we are going to be playing with Draconic Evolution again. And so we need to make one little thing here before we can go to the Nether. We need to grab a Nether star. And we need, let's see here. We need 5 of these guys. And actually, it's better if I do that. And then I need some wyvern cores. And I need 4 of those. Now, we will be making a awakened draconium core. And here in a second, I will show you why. But first, let's get this craft going. And this craft won't take very long at all. And that's because how I have my energy infuser set up. They have their own little power system. This thing right here allows them to draw pretty much as much power as they want directly from this energy core, which is full. So let's get that craft going. And as we see, it's going really fast. But we are doing that. We are getting that awakened draconium core because if we look in the Draconic Evolution information tablet, if we look at the stabilized spawner, we can get a awesome stabilized spawner using this mod. And stabilizing a spawner turns it into a very useful tool for spawning all sorts of mobs. To get one, all you have to do is right click a vanilla spawner with any of the 4 draconic energy cores. And down here it tells the parameters for each core that you can use. And we are going to be using the Draconic or the Awakened Draconium one, which spawns up to 8 mobs at a time with a delay of between 2.5 and 10 seconds between spawns, does not require a player nearby, and ignores spawn requirements. And those two last things are why we are using the Draconic one rather than the Wyvern or the Basic. And if we go down here to the Chaotic, we could go one step further. It spawns 12 mobs at a time with a delay of between 1.25 and 5 seconds. So that would spawn a lot of like an insane number of mobs really fast. Does not require a player nearby, ignores mob spawn requirements, obviously. And I love the little warning down here. Warning, things may get a little chaotic if you choose to use this spawner. Love that warning. It's probably true. I've never used Draconic Evolution for spawning, but it seems like a good route to take here because I should be able to spawn a lot of stuff real quick. Now, lastly, I'm going to grab my dislocator here, and that is because I want to set a spawn point in the Nether, and I haven't done that before, so let's run off to the Nether. And there are, I guess, a couple of ways that we could get over to this portal. We actually set up a teleportation system, but because I can fly super quick, we're just going to do that. So, before I go to the Nether, I am going to cut away for a second, and then I will be back, and we will go to the Nether. Okay, here we go. Now I haven't been to the Nether in quite a while, and to be honest, I need to follow my waypoints to get to the Nether fortress. So let's go ahead and do that. And I will set my dislocator to a point closer to the Nether fortress here. I do not want it by my portal because I can just use my portal if I want to do that. So we're close enough now. I'm gonna set my point right here. So we need to add new, and we can just call this in fortress. It should tell me exactly what I need to know. Commit, and if I were to spawn right here, it will take me right here. So basically anytime now I can come right here. So what I need to grab right now is this core because I need to find a spawner, and there should be a spawner right here. Boom, look at that. Hey now, that's not nice. So I have the spawner here, and that's what we came for. So let's go home. So that was an extremely quick trip, I know, but we came away with a stabilized mob spawner, which was the goal here. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to grab some flux duct, and that is because I'm not sure how much power this uses, but I assume it uses power. I guess I don't know that. I'm also going to grab a lever because I kind of assume it has redstone control. It seems like Draconic Evolution is fairly good about redstone control, as we saw with my kind of automated system for infusing for the fusion crafting. It does respond to redstone, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that there is probably some redstone control to be had here. So let's come over here, and do I have a I don't think I have a basement. That should probably be fixed. I think I want to fix that. Okay, so this should open up into my area down here. This is really loud. I'm sorry about all the blazes. What we can do about that is we can get rid of the blazes spawning, I guess. I was thinking that maybe I had set up redstone control at some point, but apparently I have not. Can't touch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Okay, so we shouldn't see any more mobs, any more blazes being spawned. Let's, like I said, work on getting. It should have gone down right here. Let's set this to 3 by 3. That way we don't tear up too much stuff. And then we can go down. I honestly don't need this to be like a huge full basement or anything. Why was there a blaze? I heard a blaze. Okay, so I'm gonna go over something like right here. Okay, so I have the signalum plated fluiduct here. And that's because these guys required the essence. However, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these guys altogether. That way I can replace this signalum plated fluiduct with whatever I want. In addition, that's weird. There should be a queen here, but there's not. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. So let's get rid of that as well. Let's just tear this out. In addition, I think I'm going to replace these here mob crushers with the Draconic Evolution ones. And I did not mean to get rid of that glass. Okay, those mobs upstairs are annoying me, so they're probably annoying you. So let's do this. That should stop them for the time being, or at least most of them anyways. So now we can concentrate on this. Fluiduct. Yeah, we don't even need that. We don't need that anymore either. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some of this here, the good stuff, and I am going to. Is this the middle? Yeah. Okay. That should work great. And I'm just going to run this. Like so, and that should give power to all the other systems. Okay, so this should give power to my spawner. I think I'm gonna have my spawner just sitting on top of it. Let's grab some stone and some glass because I need to fix some stuff here. And then the rest of this stuff I think can just go away. I do want the lever. So let's grab some stone, if I can. Some glass. Also, I think I want to go ahead and replace the servos and the item ducts here, because all of that is kind of trash compared to what I can have. So let's grab 3 good servos. Let's grab 3 mob grinders here from Draconic Evolution, and then let's grab some impulse item ducts. We do not need the signalum plated versions, I don't think. Okay, so this one will not have power yet. Yeah, that'll work. Looks like garbage, but it'll work. So let's go ahead and install the mob spawners real fast. We need to spin these around. Skull side needs to be pointing towards me. Skull side is the death side. And these mob grinders are just better than the mob crushers that I had in before. At least they should be. And there's a piece of glass I want to replace real fast. So let's do that. And then that basement that I was making never really materialized, so let's go ahead and throw a couple torches down here. and not worry about the basement. So the last thing, nope, no, almost last thing. Actually, how does this? Okay. I don't need these item ducts at all, and that is because the mob grinders don't pick up the mob drops. So we're gonna have to do something different here. And I actually still needed those. You know what? Yeah. I'm just going to replace the item duct upstairs. I wanted to do so at some point, and we can just go ahead and do that now. So that is actually a mob slaughter factory, this one over here, so I don't need to hook it up. It will benefit me to use the impulse item ducts for these guys, though, so let's hook those up. Actually, I don't even need to do that because there's only going to be one valid inventory for them to go to. But whatever. Okay, and those should be able to come down. And I could use covers like I have been before, but it's not really a big deal. I will for them down below, because what I need to do is I need to grab some hoppers, some vacuum hoppers, and I think these can grab, yeah, obviously they can. I'm using them to grab beneath my wither factory. I have them grabbing stuff, so I think I have this set to 3x3. I'm gonna put one of these guys in like each corner here, and then one kind of in the middle, and then we're going to hook them up all to that inventory over there, that modular storage. So because I'm kind of OCD and this is kind of a mess, and I don't want things spawning outside of the bounds of this building, let's go ahead and I'm gonna need more sanded sandstone. Crud. Maybe. I might be able to get away with it. I think I will. With the extra sand, that really helped. Okay, there shouldn't be any room over here. And then, like I said, there's one in the middle here. Actually, let's go ahead and place the first one right here. One right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here. And to be honest, this is kind of going to be a cluster funk, but that's okay. And I'm definitely going to need more impulse item duct. So let's grab some of that. Let's just grab a stack. And I believe I can just hook these guys up. Okay, so to the west. And I also need some more servos. I don't want the trash servos. I want good servos. So let's use the good servos. And these will be always on. And there should only be one valid inventory once I get all of this set up correctly, so I believe that's west. And then these guys will be to the south. Or this one will be to the south, the other one will be to the north. Don't know why that's in there. And then this one can just be to this direction, which is the west as well. Okay. Now we just have to connect these up. That shouldn't be too difficult. And right through here, that should connect up. then we need to do the same thing here. Okay, that should be connected up. And how do I want to do? I think I will just do something like this. Like I said, this is actually pretty sloppy. And maybe I should care a little bit more because maybe mobs will spawn down here and that's not good. I can correct that though. I think what I can do is I can throw a bunch of sand down here. Okay, so they're all connected up. I just need to get them over to the inventory. I think to do that, we can... Yeah, this is a mess. I don't want that connecting. Now I'm going to use that basement I never built. Oh, shoot. Wow, you can tell a real pro built this. This is ridiculously bad. This is really bad cable management. I think what we're going to do is we are going to come up right here. And we can use a cover for that. And then, do I still have stone? I do. And I need another cover because, you know, can't count. And I think... Like I said, I just want to cover all of this area up because I don't want things spawning down here. And I'm not sure if this spawner will spawn things below it or not. Like I said, I've never used it before, so we're all learning together here. And I'm probably going to run out of stone. I'm definitely going to run out of stone. I'm out of stone. Okay, cool. I need those covers anyways. Totally meant to grab them. Okay, so all of the hoppers should be set up. They should be getting items to my inventory to be taken to my ME system, or my applied energistic system. All of these guys seem to have power, which mob grinders don't use a whole lot of power anyways. I think we are ready to test this bad boy out. So... I want to grab my lever as well. And I blocked this up. This... Okay, that seems to be in order. Okay, I can't click on it, so there's a good chance that it's not actually using power at all. Okay, let me just repeat myself because it's ridiculously noisy. I can't click on it. There's no GUI, so I'm not really sure that it's using power at all. It might not be, which is totally fine by me. I do need to monitor that I'm not getting a bunch of mobs out here, and I also want to get a bunch of sand here because there's a hole. It seems to be working pretty well though. I hear blazes. I hear them dying, or I heard them dying. And they continue to die. So I am pretty happy with that. I do need to grab some stone and fix my upstairs portion here real fast. Because obviously I kind of disabled it with torches. Okay, so all that should be hooked up. Let's come down here. That looks good to me. We are getting our stuff here, I think. Okay, there's some blaze rods. I think everything's working out like it should. I don't see any blazes outside the building. I would think that after spawning several batches, we would see some blazes outside the building if it could spawn outside the building. So I think that's all good. In today's episode, I managed to make a mob spawning mechanism for blazes, which is pretty fantastic. And I set up my advanced dislocator so that I can teleport to the Nether at any point, which is also cool. As of right now, I have over 400 million iron ingots, which means I am 40% of the way to my goal of 1 billion iron ingots. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.